Hello everybody, it's Techno here. Today I'm going to show you how to find and catch Raikou in Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen. In case you didn't know, you will only be able to catch one of the legendary beasts in this game. The one that you will get is dependent on which starter you chose at the beginning of your adventure. You are watching this video because you want to catch Raikou, and the only way you can do that is if at the very beginning of the game, you chose Squirtle as your starter. If you didn't choose Squirtle, then you cannot get Raikou. Skip to the end of the video for cards that link you to the other legendary beasts. If you did choose Squirtle, however, you're going to need the National Pokédex unlocked. If you're unsure whether or not you have it, open up your Pokédex from the pause menu. If you have an option here that says National Mode, then you're clear. If not, proceed onwards with the game until you do, because you cannot catch Raikou yet. This Pokemon is a roaming Pokemon, which means it's not found like normal encounters are. To prepare for this, I recommend you catch a Pokemon that has the power to trap opponents. Some examples are Wobbuffet with the Shadow Tag ability, Dugtrio with the Arena Trap ability, or a fast Pokemon with Mean Look. I personally like Gengar because it can also learn Hypnosis and it's at an appropriate level. But I know not many people have access to this, so choose whichever option works best for you. All locations for these options are linked in the description. This Pokemon will be your Trapper. If you have a Master Ball and plan on using it here, which I recommend, you won't need a Trapper at all. Next, you're going to need a Pokemon that's anywhere between level 10 and level 49. Once you have that, fly to Cinnabar Island's Pokemart and buy some max repels if you don't have any. I recommend having about 15 in your bag. Now that we're set up, it's time to find ourselves Raikou. Fly over to Viridian City and heal inside the Pokemon Center. Make your way south into Route 1 and stop right here. Open up your party and place the Pokemon who's between levels 10 and 49 in the first position. Next, place your Trapper in the second position. If you have multiple Trappers, which can be a good idea, then bring them all along here in positions 3 through 6. Open up your bag and spray a max repel, and then hop on your bike. Lastly, and this is very important, save your game. I mean it. This is not a recommendation. This is an order. Save your game right now. Okay, here we go. If you ride around the grass, you'll notice there's no wild encounters. That's because every Pokemon here in the wild is a lower level than the lead member of your team. If Raikou is here, it will be a higher level than the lead member of your team, and you will encounter it. That's how repels work. So, I recommend doing 2 loops in this grass here, and check if you can see Raikou. Chances are, it isn't. After 2 loops, pass up into Viridian City's border, and back down into Route 1. Every time you change locations on the map, so does Raikou. Keep doing this rotation over and over again. 2 loops in the grass, into Viridian City, come back into Route 1, and repeat. If you run out of repels, reset your game. Doing this will give you your repels back, and it will also reset the location of Raikou to a brand new area. Eventually, you should encounter Raikou. It might take a while. I did this in 3 separate playthroughs, and I found it once on my first 3 loops, and then another time it took me 45 minutes, so stay strong and keep it up. Once you do encounter Raikou, you've now logged it into your Pokédex. Hopefully that won't matter because you might be able to catch it now. Here's the deal. Raikou is going to escape the very first chance it gets. If your Trapper is Wobbuffet or Dugtrio, you cannot have this Pokemon switch out unless it's to another Wobbuffet or Dugtrio. Its trapping abilities only work if that Pokemon is on the field. Gengar or Crobat can use Mean Look to prevent the Pokemon from escaping. And just like before, this trap only works if your trapper remains on the field. So don't let them faint, don't switch them out. If you're planning on using the Master Ball here, I recommend doing it right away. If not, you need to battle with it and throw Pokeballs like a normal wild Pokemon battle. There is a very important glitch I want to make you aware of here. Raikou can use the move Roar. Roar will end the battle, regardless of if it's trapped or not. But not only that, it will make the Pokemon disappear forever. If Raikou uses Roar, immediately reset your game. That's why we saved earlier. It acts as a failsafe if the glitch is triggered. The same thing applies if you make Raikou faint. It will never respawn. So if you do that, reset your game and start again with the repel trick. If, for whatever reason, it escapes by fleeing and not by Roar, then that's okay. We can actually encounter it again. Check your Pokédex and search for it. If you check its location, it will show where it currently is. You cannot fly there. That will reset the location to a random spot. It's best to really just keep up with the same method we did before, back and forth between Route 1 and Viridian City until you encounter it again. If you do find it once more, the health and status that it had carry over from the previous battle. That means you can pick it right back up from where you left off. Eventually, you should be able to catch this legendary beast and add it to your Pokédex. It might take a while, but I know you can do it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you're interested in learning how to catch the other legendary beasts, check the video cards on screen now. Or you can go straight to the playlist for the entire FireRed and LeafGreen Pokédex. Hope you enjoyed, and Techno's out.